Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming the Reader Problems tag, and I was tagged by Stardust Books here on BookTube, so I will leave her channel down below. Be sure to go check her out. She's definitely one of my favorites. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. First question is, you have 20,000 books on your TBR. How in the world do you decide what to read next? I'm a very impulsive reader, so I can buy a ton of books and have this goal to read certain books at a certain amount of time. So like I'll say, oh, I'm gonna read this mystery novel this week, but then I'll wake up in the morning and I'll just want to read a sappy romance novel. So it really just depends on my mood that day. That's pretty much the only order I can imagine having, just kind of what I'm feeling that day. Granted, if I've started a series, like I've started Harry Potter recently, I'm going to want to finish that first before I really get too deep into anything else. You're halfway through a book and you're just not loving it. Do you quit or are you committed? I am committed all the way. I rarely don't finish a book. It has happened sometimes, but I'm the type of person who, like, I need to know what happens even if I don't really care what happens. That's just the way I am. And yeah, it just feels wrong to leave a page unturned. Question 3. The end of the year is coming and you're so close but so far away from your Goodreads goal or Goodreads reading challenge. Do you try to catch up and how? I probably would try to catch up just because when I set a goal I want to be able to fulfill it, or else I feel like I failed myself. In terms of how I would catch up, shorter books I know I'm going to speed through in like a day or two. If the covers of a series you love do not match, how do you cope? Usually this doesn't bother me. Like, it's nice to have a series that matches, but it's not the most important thing to me, so yeah. If everyone and their mother loves a book you really don't like, who do you bond with over shared feelings? Oh, like someone who usually has the same feelings as me when I'm reading? I don't know. I don't have friends who really, like, have the same opinions on books. Like, my best friend and I are very different in terms of books we like. I don't know. I can't think of someone in particular who would agree. Number 6, you're reading a book and you are about to start crying in public. How do you deal? I am good at holding tears back, but I will let like tiny tears out, like make it look like my nose is running or something. That's okay. Sequel of a book you love just came out, but you've forgotten a lot from the prior novel. Will you reread the book? Sadly, I will not reread the book. I just kind of hope for the best. I'm just really lazy. Even if I want to reread the book, I'm a very, very lazy rereader. I don't do that too often. You do not want anyone borrowing your books. How do you politely tell people no when they ask? See, I'm not really picky about people borrowing my books. I guess I would just say, I don't know, I'd let people borrow my books. Like, it doesn't really bother me, but if it's one of my favorites, I might lie and say I'm borrowing it from someone else, but if that doesn't work, I don't know, I'll just be like, I don't feel comfortable lending books. Like, I trust you, but I go to a library. They have plenty. You've picked up and put down 5 books in the last month. How do you get over your reading slump? This is very relevant for me today because even though I've been reading Harry Potter and I've been reading some standalones on and off, like, I've been in this big slump lately. So I guess what I do is I go through my TBR shelf, which is back there in the back of my room, go through my TBR and just see kind of what I'm feeling that day. Sometimes, you know, you just have to go back between books before you find one you really love. So that does happen to me sometimes, and it's okay. And there are so many new books coming out that you're dying to read. How many do you actually buy? One at a time. Do not overwhelm yourself. Do not put that big of a bill on your card. Just get one at a time. Try to read one at a time. It's okay. Libraries exist. I love libraries. I actually need to renew my card back home because, of course, I have a library at my college, but now that I'm home, I need to go renew my card. But libraries are great. Even though they might not have new books, like, you can wait till they get in the library. Unless it's something you're dying for, then you just go ahead and buy it. But I'm not that type of person. I'll wait till the library has access to it. 11, the final question. After you've bought the new books you can't wait to get to, how long do they sit on your shelf before you get to them? Sometimes I read them right that day, depending on how excited I am. But sometimes, like, I just recently purchased Night Film. That's been sitting there for a couple weeks just because I haven't been in the mood to read it. So I guess on average it'll sit on the shelf for 2 to 3 weeks before I really get into it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thanks again to Stardust Books for tagging me in this. If you're watching this, I tag you. Yes, you. But I'll also probably leave some people down below who I tag personally. So yeah, if you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see what I have to say in the future. Bye guys.